Hello guys, and welcome back to another Japanese trial video. This time it's going to be the Moose Reborn, which is going to be a pretty quick trial, hopefully. So this trial is after the Blood Moon. I'm skipping the Blood Moon until I get a chance to pull a stronger mage. I'm waiting for a good mage banner to pop back up on the Japanese server. But for the moment, we're going to go to the Moose trial instead. So my team is going to be Warrior of Light for covering and helping out with breaks. And, you know, he's got the usual gear. Fina is going to be just a healer. She's got the usual stuff as well. There is no status effects or elements on this trial. Auron is going to be a breaker and a wind chainer. He's going to be just helping DPS. You need a lot of DPS to beat this trial. Sephiroth is going to be a wind chainer with a Kaiser Knuckles. I wish I had a better wind weapon for Sephiroth, but I don't. He's got a little bit of Beast Killer on. Bartz is going to be the primary DPS, obviously, and he's got a lot of Beast Killer on, and he's got, you know, he does wind naturally. And the friend we're taking is this Bartz guy. I don't know his name, unfortunately. He's got same thing, decent gear, and he can chain wind, etc. So let's get into it. So the missions are no items, finish the boss with a limit, and there is a mission to win on turn 5 or less. We're not going to get that mission because Bartz needs his 5 turns to set up, unfortunately. I do have CG Cid, and I could level and enhance him for this trial, but I don't really want to spend the resources just because I've got Bartz and he's good enough DPS for the most part. But anyway. Like usual with Bartz, we're going to spend 3 turns powering up. This is going to make this wastes 3 of our 10 turns before we lose, but it does make his damage much higher later on. So Warrior of Light is going to break the boss. Auron is going to chain wind with Sephiroth, and Sephiroth is going to chain as well. And Fina is going to give us a stat buff and a heal over time. Alright, I messed up that chain pretty terribly, but it's fine. Alright, the boss does counter as well, but I mean, they're pretty weak, as you can see. And once, well, that wasn't weak, but Warrior of Light didn't have cover up yet. So now Warrior of Light's going to cover. Alright, Bartz will continue their level up process. Sephiroth is going to... Sephiroth and Auron just keep chaining. And Fina is going to heal that damage we took. As you can see, they're not really contributing to damage. The damage is going to come from the Bartz. Alright, Bartz, for the final time, will level themselves up. Warrior of Light will just break the boss again. And we will chain. Alright, so the Bartz are now fully leveled. So we're going to use their cooldown and imbue themselves. Yeah. This Bartz is going to use the cooldown, and he's not going to imbue himself. Actually, no, he's not going to use the cooldown. He's going to imbue himself and imperil the boss. Sephiroth will chain. Auron will chain. Warrior of Light will just break the boss again. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Actually, Warrior of Light is going to... No, it's not going to matter either. He'll just do that. And Fina will... Let's see... Dual cast, stat buff, and a heal over time. Alright. So the boss is going to go immune to damage next turn, or immune to physical damage. We're not going to be able to hurt him. As you can see, the Bartz didn't even like power themselves up yet, and 3 turns of chaining Sephiroth and Auron did 1%. The 2 Bartz just chaining their imbue move did 7%. That gives you an idea of the ridiculous amount of damage Bartz deals compared to current day units. So the boss is immune to damage. We're going to go ahead and limit with the Bartz to power them up. Now, the Moose gets mad when you use Limit Burst. Because we're using a limit here, he's going to get real mad and counterattack. But that's okay, because we're going to use Warrior of Light's Super Cover, and we're going to use Auron's Limit Burst to break the boss. Oh, actually, Auron's not using his TMR. That's not going to break the boss. Whoops. So the boss is actually not broken with a good break. So in that case, we're going to re-raise with Fina. That was totally my mistake. Yeah, he's going to counter with like a big magic attack now. Alright, here comes the boss's turn. Wait, what? He didn't do anything? Oh, I guess because he was immune, he didn't take damage from the limit, so it didn't count. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, in that case... yeah. So the Bartz are going to use their good cooldown. That. I'm gonna break the boss with Auron. Let's see, Fina is going to do a stat buff and heal over time. Alright, let's chain. Now that unlocked Bartz' super attack, which will be ready next turn. Let's go ahead and use... How's the boss's breaks looking? 4 turns? Oh yeah, this is broken with Auron. Alright, let's use a good buff with Warrior of Light. Alright, now we're going for the real damage. The Bartz' super attack. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's do that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with Auron yet. Alright, so Bartz pushed 2 thresholds, it looks like. Auron's gonna guard because he has a really bad spirit. Fina's going to re-raise Auron and Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light, how's his cover looking? His cover has 2 turns left. Let's guard Warrior of Light. Okay. That's fine. So the boss is immune to magical damage this turn, but we're not using magical damage, so we don't really care. Oh, I clicked the wrong skill with Sephiroth. Not that he's actually contributing anything anyway, so who cares? I think we need to imbue the Bartz again. So we're going to imbue and chain. Imbue and chain. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, Auron will use that to unlock skills. Let's see here. Prime heal. And I think we're going to cover again with Warrior of Light. Alright, so we have to win by turn 10. Okay, not bad. Alright, I'll do that. do that. Sephiroth will chain that. And I'm going to get Warrior of Light's skill ready just in case. Alright, so we didn't quite win. Let's go ahead and heal. And Auron will use his good break that I unlocked this turn. Alright, so the boss is going to do 2 big AoE magics this time, because I used a limit. Alright. They killed the weak units, whatever, that's okay. So, turn 10, we're going to win here. Yeah, as long as the Bartz don't die, like, we don't care. Because Bartz for the win? Alright, so we're going to chain that, and we're going to get Limit Burst ready, Alright, so we're going to chain, get Fina's Limit, and Auron's Limit. For the finish with a limit mission. Alright, so we got 2 of the 3 missions done. On the last turn, turn 10. As you saw, Auron and Sephiroth were contributing. They contributed maybe 3% damage that entire fight. Sephiroth was a waste of a slot. He's you know, decent, just he's just not on Bartz's level. And Bartz carried that fight. To win by turn 4, you need just extraordinary DPS. Which basically means CG Cid. And I could level and enhance mine, and if I want that unit of choice ticket, I'm going to have to, because that's the only way I can possibly win on turn 4. Yeah, win by turn 4, it's not going to happen without CG Cid. So maybe I'll level him later and go back, but that's good for now. So the next trial in my rotation is, Aigon Reborn is next, but actually Shin Ryu came before Aigon. So Shin Ryu is my next target. So, see you guys when I go to that one.